All right, guys, welcome back to episode 5. Now, today I'm not coaching viewer gameplay. I saw a lot of people that said that they wanted me to coach over a tournament. So I picked a game where Hal got far, and I will tell you why Hal does what he does. A lot of people don't understand. Unless you're a pro player, you won't really understand exactly why Hal does what he does. But I can tell you, and hopefully that information that I can explain, you guys can put in your own gameplay and you'll see why Hal is doing what he's doing. So every single professional player, every single one, they have a specific loot pattern and they always do the exact same loot pattern, and it gets you the most loot in the shortest amount of time. So Hal's landing at this back house and he's probably going to go to the left, and then after he's going to loot that house, he's going to go to the right. And why is he going to do that? Because he's going towards the middle. His goal is to go towards the middle. And so he's going to loot outwards in. Yeah, so he's going to loot this back building. Every single professional player has a specific loot pattern, and they always stick to it. So I'm guessing if he loots this one, Verhouse is going to loot like maybe this one, and Reps is going to loot one of the sides, and then somebody's going to get the middle, whoever's there first. So probably Hal. I don't know if it still works like this. Okay, so how it's touching, that means it's probably going to pull into this area. I don't know if it still works like that because after the update where they added down beast, the zones got a little bit more funky, but for the most part, they're touching. It's going to pull over here somewhere. Hal's probably just going to yeet himself back over to this little area. He's rotating fast. Now, this is comp. This will not be good for ranked. This is comp where you just go with what you have. So he's got an R3 with a 1X and an L star. You almost always want a shotgun. Don't know why I didn't pick up the Havoc because the Havoc's 10 times better than the L star, but...
No. We got to get the cannon and then pop it. Let's see if we can find a spot.
Trying to get his Valcolt to go as far as possible.
Right in front of me here. Right in front of me.
Oh. Normally when you're rotating and you're like an early team, you don't want to end up fighting too much.
He's going for cannon.
Because it just slows you down. He might try to get this free kill, but if he fails on this kill, he's not gonna challenge it.
This guy.
Yeah, he's gone. He's out of there. He's just gonna try to get the free kill. That was a lot of wasted ammo. Even if he gets that kill, he's not gonna be able to clear it. I think that's kind of a waste of ammo. But you don't want to scuff your rotation. So if there's a fight that's going to take long, most of the time people just leave and don't bother with it.
That's purple. Just keep going.
They're trying to get to the cannon, I think.
Cannon.
Cannon early on. So 14 seconds to round 1. They're actually rotating really early right now. Cannon early on is not bad. In ranked, kind of a toss-up. You can do it. You can just say who cares and take the cannon. If you do take the cannon, I would probably send the Valk first. Though that's a good find. I think they don't want a Valcult because Valculting uphill gets you 3 feet. So I think they're gonna Valcult at the top of this cannon. It literally gets you 3 feet. Ooh, he hit the slide. I always try to hit that slide every single time. Oh, they're not gonna Valcult. See how everybody has white armor? It's because wow. Just grab that white. He didn't grab the white shield, man.
You gotta get to me. Come on.
He could have just grabbed the white shield and popped the med kit, but that was kind of a troll.
If you can. We can maybe Valcult here and see if we can get one of the buildings on the northeast, but I'm not sure. We can try it. If it's taken, we just go back, I think, to like one of the spots where we're at. Okay?
That is one thing I don't like about having a car, because if they had a car, they could just drive all the way up there with bubble. There's a team on that building.
Maybe Nut is open. Is Nut open? Is Nut open? I think Nut is open.
You just get what's ever free. You want to get as close to where the circle's going to end, and they think the circle is going to end up here. So as long as you're in here, you can work with it. You don't have to kill yourself to get positioning. You can work with being in the nut. When you think about what positioning you want, you got to make sure that you can hold out a side. Because if you know the zone doesn't pull to you, you have to think, okay, who am I going to have to fight in order to get the zone? So if zone... I know exactly where this zone ends because I saw the end game. The end game pulls up here. If they know it's going to pull up here, which the zone is touching over here, so it's going to pull somewhere in this direction. And if it pulls anywhere in this direction, if it pulls up here, they just have to hold out this side, and then they can walk up. Pulls up here, they got to hold out this side, and then they can walk up. So it's like you have to fight for something. Now this is comp where there's a lot of teams alive. I mean, they're an endgame, so that okay. So this is something that a lot of people don't do. Is you gotta, like I said, you gotta make sure that you have space. You don't want somebody walking up on the nut and just be like, wait, is there a team in here? And then they start the fight, and then you have to finish it. Because if somebody starts a fight in comp, you got like, it can go really bad. Somebody can just be like, oh, that's a free third party, and then you just die. Like if you're getting inted and ran at and people are pushing you, it's your fault. It is nobody else's fault. It's your fault. It means you were in a bad spot. It means you weren't holding enough space. It means that you weren't shooting good enough. You weren't like making you weren't shooting enough bullets as a deterrent. Because nobody's gonna run at you if you're hitting them for 150 every time they peek. You know what I'm saying? Okay. They're walking up on the team.
I killed one. I killed one.
Nice.
Try to finish this guy here.
You just try to get the finish and then leave. Because most pro players, like, they don't let people get rezzed. And even if you do get rezzed, you normally get ran at.
Cracked.
But notice how he's walking up to this fight, right? So, notice that if the way that Hal is positioned right now, almost every IGL and, like, playmaker knows this. Hal is positioned in a spot where if he takes a lot of damage, he won't die. And his teammates up here still has LOS. This is really important if you are a playmaker, if you're playing a character like Wraith or Valk or Ashe or somebody that is taking angles. You got to think, okay, where is my teammate looking? You see arrows over here. Their teammate has complete line of sight of all of this area. So if Hal does take a lot of damage, he can chill right here. Reps can throw him a bubble, and they have entire LOS. So he is completely safe right now. 100% safe. Even if he takes 110 damage. The only way that this is a problem is if he insta-dies. If he gets Krabered or something like that, that's where it's not really a mistake on the end of the player. It's kind of just like, wow, well, I just got Apex.
I kill one.
But he's clearing up space, making sure that his team has space to play, and that nobody ints him later. Because the less teams alive around you, the less teams have to kill you for a spot and zone later. So it's good to just grief teams, make everybody a duo or a solo or just like even kill the whole team. But like you never want to sacrifice your positioning. So Reps is their Gibby. Reps normally has long range. Gibbies normally have long range and they have a shotgun. And he's just anchoring their spot. He wants to make sure that nobody takes their spot. That's why Hal walked up by himself. That's why Verhulst and Reps were still in the nut. Because if somebody takes their spot, then you're getting held out by this team. You don't want to be the team that you just died to. And that's why Reps is always anchoring, and he's looking back at the team in the choke, making sure that they don't walk up. Okay, this Gibby, he might shall him. Is he gonna die?
He's gonna finish
Oh, Hal through.
I just lost a 1v1. Fuck,
Hal through so bad. Well, see, that is the problem.
Because I wasn't trying to.
You never want to take a 1v1 like that. You don't want to take a 1v1 like that. It is so risk to it's so risk. It's too much risk for so little reward. You never want to take a 1v1 like that. That's bad. Especially not with a Gibby, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he cracked him, so he's like, okay, I can take this. First pump did like 70. Second pump did 24, but he also got shot in the side.
I died, man.
And then he died. I don't think he had a bolt on his shotgun. That was a troll.
I wasn't trying to.
He definitely was trying to.
Try to get the banner. Can you get the banner and res me right there?
I'm trying. Just looking.
Just hold.
He's anchoring the spot.
Resi, bro. I don't
Yeah, just stick it, Evan. Just hold it. Try to hold that.
care. I'm just going for I give up.
Get on the roof. You can get on the roof, Evan. You should be fine on the roof.
I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna pop the rest in.
He's probably just gonna bubble the res. But the problem with bubbling the res is that it can get canceled by Seer, so hopefully that just doesn't happen.
Just go right back to the fucking nut, Jordan.
He's just gonna pop a couple ranges. I think he should pop a couple ranges. Chill there for a sec. Wait for bubble. Oh, never mind. No, you're good.
I'm going back to the other loot.
I get headed here. I'm done.
Don't get headied. He's got so much loot. That's way too many cells. Pick up something else. That's just too many cells.
Look at this.
You got.
Heal.
Okay.
Loot up more.
Yeah, loot. I'm gonna go see what's going on down here.
The team in the choke's not gonna walk up because the team behind them would walk up. I like house spot a lot simply because, okay, so when you're in these buildings, unless you can hold the whole building, which you definitely can, but if a team tries to take the bottom floor of your building, it's not worth fighting because there's a bunch of teams next to you. And if you fight it when there's a bunch of teams next to you, you'll die. And if you're in these buildings, there's normally like 4 to 5 teams that try to play all these buildings late. If it's like pulling over here, and then whenever the zone doesn't pull to them, everybody just either has to Valco or they have to fight each other, and only one team out of the 5 survives, and it's very hard to be that one team. It's not a consistency play. I like House Spot right now. I like House Spot simply because he has a lot more versatility. If the zone pulls all the way over here, he's chilling. He just has to hold out this side and then walk in. If the zone pulls up here, he just has to hold out this side and walk in. And if the zone pulls to him, he's chilling. And there's no team that can play his bottom floor because it's open. So he just has to make sure that nobody gets like directly in his face. And he's chilling. Because you never want to be surrounded by too many teams. You want to be the team that's chilling. The zone pulls to the building, but I still think that's 100% fine because you just have to hold out all these sides.
We just have to hold them out.
Yeah, that's exactly what he says.
He's really shooting us in the back so we can hold them out.
Now, the reason you want to hold them out is because if they push into you to, like, if they think that they can take this fight, because a lot of edge teams will think that they can take this fight, the first thing they're going to do is they're just going to inch you and hopefully they don't get thirded. If they inch you and trades happen, a team from over here might be like, wow, that's just a free rotation. So you have to make sure that they don't run at you and they don't take this fight. As an edge team right here, there's nowhere to play. If you Valcult onto this building, you are dead. 41 people alive. And a lot of those 41 people are already in zone. Now, some of them are going to be over here and over here. But a lot of those 41 people are in zone. If you Valcult there, you're probably just going to insta-die on, for free without even being able to play the game. This team wants to take this fight. Now, this is a really hard fight. This is a really hard fight to take, especially against a seer. Okay, that's not good. Never mind, they're fighting. That's fine.
Nice.
Free kill.
Shooting their flush.
I can't see him.
They just need to make this team behind them Valcult.
The team Valculted. C9 Valculted.
C9, yeah.
Okay, they Valculted, so they have to... Okay, so now that their back is clear from here, they don't have to hold that out anymore. That's a good thing about Valk is that you can get away. You can just Valcult. Now, the team here, I think that was C9. C9 knew that that was not a fight that they could take. Hal was on this rock, so they couldn't play. So when you look at these angles, right? So there's the egg here. Hal can see all of like this out in the open and has a high ground cover. Verhulst is all the way on the roof, so it's borderline impossible to get to him on a head glitch. And Reps is like anchoring down on the bottom floor, making sure they can't just walk up for free. Everybody is holding angles. They can't walk over this path without a Gibby bubble, and if they Gibby bubble, then they're dead. So C9 saw this, all these angles that they have a lot of space to play, they have a lot of angles, and they saw that, and so they Valculted. Now, when they Valcult, all you got to do is you just got to hold out this side of the zone. Not the buildings, but you just want to clear out this side. Clear out the open side. So they're probably going to walk up on that fight. If they're fighting, they're going to walk up on that fight and then look directly behind them and then clear out this backside. I don't think they can stay there, can they? Unless they're in. If they're in, then they definitely should anchor. See? Okay, so but this is also what I was saying. When you Valcult into the randomness of whatever was over here and try to get into zone, C9 was eliminated. That's because whenever you land, you're normally landing on 20 people and everybody can see you and they're just like, okay, well, that's a nice team right there. That's free kills. Valculting is not a very good... Hail Mary plays are not ideal. They wanted to take that fight on the egg, but they just couldn't. It was too hard. It was not an easy fight. That was an uphill battle. It was just not an easy fight. Okay, so they are in zone here. Okay, yeah, so they just have to chill here. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Everybody's gonna die.
Yo, look at these guys here.
There's a fight going down.
They laid on
They're gonna walk up on this. They should walk up on this. Wait, maybe they shouldn't.
Free real estate. Free real estate.
How many teams is that? I mean, they have free reign on this hill.
Look towards me. Look towards me.
Okay, why are you saying look towards him? And why he doesn't want his full team to walk up? Because if his full team walks up, then somebody can wrap on him on the left or on the right or something like that. But they're still anchoring in the back, and these guys have entire LOS of all of this. So this is my job. This is what I do. I play like these spots right here. So this is what I would be doing. From where Hal is, look at how much you can see. You can see this rock, this rock, this rock, all of this hill. Not behind that tree. Where, like, if Hal wanted to be safe, all he's got to do is sit behind this rock right here. So he can see that, mentally note that, okay, this rock, my team can see all of this. So right now, he's taking a mental note of how much he can see. And he's looking up on the top right just to make sure that nobody's going to be able to shoot him. This is just free. So he's just sitting on a head glitch. Nobody can run at him because they would die. He's literally invincible right now.
We should all wipe west.
Okay, so now that there's enough people dead, I think a full team died.
I'm nading blue crate.
They do need to wipe this. Okay. So looking at the zone, they do need to wipe this because you need to clear out all of this because you can't play this corner if there's teams alive over here. So you have to clear all of this and make sure that you can rotate in with nobody on your back. So important in comp. Clearing your back is the number one rule in comp that every professional player knows. Got to make sure that there is nobody behind you when you are rotating in, when you want to play a spot. End game, nobody's allowed to be behind you.
Clear how? Can you scan that?
So that's why he's asking, is that clear?
It is.
Popping a medi. I need to leave. I have no.
I don't know. Be careful.
He should... Oh, he's dead.
Holy crap, my scan's killed.
I'm resing.
What they should do and what they're probably going to do is
Maybe they're not.
Hal is going to just clear this corner and make sure that there's nobody else behind here. If there's a team behind there, take the 3v3.
Dead around the corner. They might not be dead around the corner.
I have no ammo.
Okay, but they're going to yeet themselves around the corner if there's a team
Corner,
here.
I think.
Full team then.
No. Wait.
One for ammo.
Yeah, they're still here. People here. We gotta kill these guys over here.
Yep.
Okay? Grab
See what I told you? They gotta kill this team. You cannot have a team behind you. Either that team has to Valcall or you kill them. But the thing is, if you don't... Now, what I said about that C9 situation, that's different. Because when C9 was behind them, they had somewhere to play and they could hold out a team. If they try to hold out this team right here, both of them have nowhere to play. There's no safe place to reset. There's no safe place for anything. So if this team doesn't Valcall and they're trying to hold them out and decides to take the fight, they're dead. So they have to kill this team. Have to.
That guy's won.
Now this team was not paying attention. All they got to do is nade spam that corner, Val Q that, bubble up. Bubble up. Bubble up. Maybe don't even have... Maybe don't bubble. Okay, they didn't have to bubble. They didn't even have to bubble. If you don't have to use your bubble, don't bubble. This team that's in the corner is doing exactly what I said that you cannot do. Now, I guess it's not Pro 101 because this team in the corner did not do that.
Behind the tree.
So this team in the corner did not hold out their back. We'll see what happens to them.
I'm grabbing nades.
They give you all the.
They need to throw their gen down.
Be careful right.
I think we just see get shot. This rock and just look right. I shot video by the way.
Shoot right. Free kills. Left side.
One grenade could ruin that guy's entire experience.
Slide up. Down one.
I got another.
Last one in the corner.
The wall hacks is OP. Dude, how are you ever going to use your ult?
I go back. Cover please. Hold back, guys.
Oh.
We're good.
Okay, but this is what I mean. You have to fight it. If you don't fight it early, you have to fight it late. And most of the time when you fight it late, you just end up dying. Because there was a team on the right that could have just seen all that fighting and just be like, oh, nice. Free kills. And just ran at them. And then now both teams are dead. Why are both teams dead? Because one team made a mistake. Because one team didn't hold out their back. If you don't hold out your back and you, like I said, if you don't hold out your back and you get ran at, it's nobody else's problem except for yours. They have to fight this team as well.
I'm popping a bat. It's a Wraith. Yeah. It's a Wraith team. Give me ultic cells if there's any.
Okay, so...
Listen, we're gonna have to look for north, okay? We have to shoot north. Close. I'm popping a bat.
They're gonna have to fight for this corner, which I don't think you had to cancel that bat. I was getting carried in this fight, but it's fine.
They're getting shot in the back. They're getting shot in the ass. Dead.
The fact that Hal did not get shot at that entire time kind of blows my mind. But
I'm resing.
Is there a swap?
I don't think so, dude. You gotta pop a bat. You have time. You have plenty of time.
Every four.
okay, so they had to fight that and they fought it.
Space back here still.
That's an awkward fight. I specifically hate that fight. I would have to do it if I was in comp, and I'm just saying I don't like it. They have an entire wall here to play. I don't know if he's ever going to see it. One sec. Oh, wait, that's the front of the building. Yeah, they don't really... They have to play this wall. There's 4 teams alive, and 3 of them are in the building. So they have to play this wall. Now, late game. So there's a team up here. There is a team up here. That's not good. Because if these guys, they are not in, and the team on the height looks like they're in for a little bit longer.
I cracked one on height.
Maybe hit a Skynade or something. Because you have to shoot those guys. Oh, he has Gibby ult. Okay, so he's probably just going to Gibby ult. I think he's going to Gibby ult the rooftop. And why is he going to Gibby ult the rooftop? He's going to Gibby ult the rooftop to force the team's bubble. Now, when you force that team's bubble, they can't shoot you anymore. And that is why Hal wanted to force that, use that Gibby ult.
Can you bubble?
I don't think they... Did they bubble here?
Way up in the air.
I think they should have dropped down and bubble. If you're not a Valk or a Wraith or anybody that consistently can win endgames, Valks can fly up all the way in the air and then come down very late. Gibbies can't. That is what you should be doing. You should just be suicide bombing yourself and just you just die. And you know you die. So your goal is to just kill as many people as possible. So you should just throw 30 nades, 4 thermites, and just try to kill everybody.
Yeah, I saw you fighting somebody. Were you not fighting?
Hal actually did really good there. Ended up coming 3rd place. They played that basically perfectly. Just like, maybe just bubble further on the ground. They'll give them 5 more seconds and, you know. The only thing they could have done is bubbled. Just bubbled. Like, when they get ulted here, just maybe eat it for a second and then bubble on the ground. But, like, they might... It's a risky play because somebody might die very fast. It's very possible that somebody can just, like, insta-die. Not good, because you'd probably have to climb the wall. It's not great. It's not great. But that's about it. Anyways, that is it for episode 5. I hope you guys like this one. This one was a little bit more informative simply because it's high-tier players, high-tier lobbies, and everybody kind of knows how to play the game, so you can kind of picture it a little bit better. If you guys want to submit your clips, my email is in the description, and I'm going to try to be doing these types of videos, maybe put some more tournaments in there, maybe tournament games, scrim games. For the most part, I'm going to be doing coaching videos of gameplay that viewers send me, tournaments, and then I'm going to be doing how to play Legends, like a pro guide to Legends. You know, hopefully you guys enjoy my content. Hopefully you guys like and sub and all that stuff, and I will see you guys next week. Later.